The ocean was quiet that night. Too quiet. A cold wind moved slowly across the dark water, pushing thick fog toward a lonely wooden dock at the edge of the world. The dock was old, broken in many places, but it still stood. At the end of it lived one man. He was known only as the fisherman. The man had lost his left arm many years ago. No one came to ask how. No one cared anymore. The galaxy had moved on, and it had left him behind. He lived alone in a small shack made of rusted metal and old ship parts, right where the sea met the stars. Every morning he woke before the sun. Every night he returned with his boat. Fishing was simple. Fishing was quiet. Silence was safer than people. The fisherman tied his boat to the dock using one hand. He moved slowly, but with practice. Pain still lived in his body, but he did not show it. He never did. He walked up the dock and sat on a wooden crate, staring at the ocean. This place was far from any trade route. Far from cities, far from wars. That was why he chose it. Humans were rare here. Aliens never came, until tonight. The fisherman felt it before he saw it. A low vibration in the air. A deep hum that did not belong to the ocean or the wind. He stood. Up slowly, his eyes scanning the fog. Then the light appeared. A soft blue glow cut through the mist, floating just above the water. It was not bright. It was careful, like something trying not to be seen. The fisherman's heart began to beat faster. He reached for an old metal rod near the wall of his shack. It was not much of a weapon, but it was all he had. He did not shout. He did not run. Years of being alone had taught him one thing. Noise brings trouble. The blue light moved closer. A small ship emerged from the fog. It was damaged. One side burned with weak sparks. It drifted, barely alive, until it gently touched the water near the dock. The fisherman watched in silence. The ship's door opened with a soft hiss. 3 figures stepped out. They were not human. They were tall, thin, and moved slowly, like their strength was gone. Their skin shimmered under the blue light, pale and marked with dark lines. Long eyes reflected fear. Their clothes were torn, burned, and stained. They were women. Alien women. The fisherman tightened his grip on the metal rod. Aliens never came. Here, everyone in the sector knew this place was useless. No resources, no power, no value. So why were they here? One of the alien women collapsed onto the dock. Another rushed to help her, holding her up with shaking arms. The third stood still, staring directly at the fisherman. Her eyes were wide, not with anger, but with fear. They did not speak. The fisherman waited. Slowly he raised his empty hand, the one without a weapon, and showed it clearly. A silent signal. He was not attacking. The alien woman stepped forward, careful, weak. She looked at his missing arm. Her eyes widened slightly, as if she understood something. Then she spoke, her voice low and broken. "We have nowhere else to go." The fisherman said nothing. The fog thickened around them, wrapping the dock in silence. Far above, the stars were hidden. The galaxy was blind tonight. The alien woman continued, her voice shaking. "Our people rejected us." That word stayed in the air. Rejected. The fisherman knew that word well. He lowered the metal rod and placed it against the wall. Slowly, he stepped aside, clearing the path to his shack. The 3 alien women looked at him in shock. "You can stay," he said simply. At that moment, far beyond the fog, a faint red light flashed in the sky. A signal. The fisherman did not see it, but the galaxy had just found them, and it was coming. Morning came slowly to the dock, but the fog did not leave. It stayed thick and heavy, as if it wanted to hide what had happened during the night. The fisherman woke before the sun, as always. For a short moment, he forgot everything. Then he heard a soft sound. Breathing. Not 1, 3. His eyes opened fully. The 3 alien women were inside his shack. They sat close together near the wall, wrapped in old blankets and fishing cloth. Their bodies were still, their eyes were open. None of them slept. They were watching him. The fisherman sat up slowly on his narrow bed. He did not reach for anything. He did not speak. He had learned long ago that fear grows when words come too fast. You stayed, he said quietly. The alien woman who had spoken last night nodded. Her movements were careful, like every motion cost energy. We had no other place, she replied. Her voice was soft but clear. The fisherman stood and moved toward the small heater in the corner. He placed a metal pot on top and poured water into it using one hand. The action was slow, practiced, and calm. The alien women watched him closely. He felt their eyes on his missing arm. He felt their questions, even though they did not ask. When the water began to steam, he handed the pot to them. Warm, he said. The second alien woman reached out. Her hand shook as she took the pot. Her skin felt cold, too cold for a living body. Thank you, she whispered. The fisherman nodded once. Outside, the ocean moved gently. No ships passed. No voices came through the sky. The galaxy still did not care about this place. That would not last. The third alien woman finally spoke. She was taller than the others, her face marked with thin scars. They will come for us, she said. The fisherman looked at her. Who? He asked. Our own people, she answered. And others. She explained slowly, choosing her words. With care, their species valued strength, beauty, and usefulness. Those who failed were removed. Not killed, worse, forgotten. We were marked, she said. Sent away. No protection. The fisherman listened without moving. When? He asked. Soon, the first alien woman said. The signal cannot be turned off. The fisherman looked toward the door of his shack. Outside, the dock stood quiet and weak. Old wood, rusted metal. No shields. No weapons. No help. He should have told them to leave. That would have been the smart choice. Instead, he asked, Why? Come here. The alien woman hesitated. Because humans do not hunt the broken, she said. The words struck him harder than any weapon. Long ago, he had believed the same thing. He walked outside, the alien women following slowly behind him. The damaged ship floated near the dock, barely holding together. It will not fly, he said. Yes, she replied. It carried us as far as it could. The fisherman looked at the sky. Clouds covered the stars, but he felt something wrong, a pressure. A warning. Do you trust me? He asked suddenly. The alien women looked at each other. Then they nodded. Stay inside, he said. Do not use your lights. Do not speak loudly. He moved along the dock, checking old cables and metal plates. His one hand worked quickly. His body remembered things his mind tried to forget. War, traps, survival. Inside the shack, the alien women waited. Their fear grew with every second of silence. Then they felt it. A sharp pulse ran through their bodies. The signal. The third alien woman gasped. They have locked onto us, she said. Far above the ocean, hidden behind clouds, something moved. Shadow crossed the sky. The fisherman stopped and looked up. He could not see the ship, but he knew it was there. And this time, the galaxy was not going to ignore him. The shadow in the sky did not move. It waited. Inside the small shack, the air felt heavy. The three alien women sat close together, listening to the slow sound of the ocean outside. Every small noise made them tense. The fisherman returned inside and closed the door quietly. They are here, he said. The alien women did not ask how he knew. They already felt it. The signal inside their bodies burned like cold fire. We did not mean to bring danger to you, the first alien woman said. Her eyes were wet. You should send us away. The fisherman shook his head. There is nowhere for you to go, he replied. He sat on a wooden chair across from them. The heater crackled softly between them. its weak light painting long shadows on the walls. For a long moment, no one spoke. Then the fisherman broke the silence. "I lost my arm in a war," he said. The alien women looked up, surprised. "I was not always a fisherman," he continued. "I was a soldier. I followed orders. I believed in flags and promises." His voice stayed calm, but his eyes darkened. "One day, the war ended. The enemies left, but I did not go home. I stayed behind to help others escape." He paused. "That is when the explosion happened." The alien women listened closely. This was not a story of pride. It was a story of loss. "When I woke up," he said, "my arm was gone. The commanders praised me, then forgot me. The people thanked me, then moved on." He looked at his empty sleeve. "I became useless." The word fell heavy in the room. The second alien woman lowered her head. "That is the same word they used for us," she said quietly. She lifted her eyes and began to speak. "In our society, we are trained from birth to serve," she explained. "If we fail, we are removed." The third alien woman's voice joined hers. "I was a navigator," she said. "One mistake. One wrong jump. No one was hurt, but it was enough." The first alien woman spoke next. "I was a healer," she said. "I saved many lives, but when I became weak, they marked me." Her hands trembled. "They said we were a burden." The fisherman listened without interrupting. Outside, the wind picked up. The ocean struck the dock harder, like it sensed a tension. The fisherman stood and walked to the wall. He pulled down an old metal box and opened it. Inside were worn items. A broken badge, a faded uniform patch, a small device, cracked but still active. "What is that?" the third alien woman asked. "A tracker," he answered. "Hold military tech." He turned it on. A small red light blinked. "That ship above us," he said, "is not the only one." The alien women stiffened. "They always send more." The second alien woman whispered. The fisherman nodded. "They will test me first," he said. "They will ask questions." "What will you say?" the first alien woman asked. The fisherman looked at them. "I will tell them the truth." The alien women exchanged worried looks. "That you are hiding us?" one asked. "No," he replied. "That you are my guests?" Silence filled the shack. "That could mark you," the third alien woman said. "Humans are not protected here." "I know," he replied. He moved toward the door and looked outside once more. The fog was breaking. The clouds thinned. Above the ocean, a shape became visible. A patrol ship. It was sleek, cold, perfect, nothing like the fisherman's broken dock. The alien women stood behind him. "Why help us?" the first alien woman asked softly. The fisherman did not turn around. "Because pain has no species," he said. A beam of light dropped from the ship, touching the dock. A voice echoed across the water. "Human," it called. "Step forward." The fisherman took one step ahead. And for the first time in years, he did not feel alone. The beam of light from the patrol ship shone down on the dock like a frozen sun. The ocean below, it turned white and still. The air vibrated with power that did not belong to this world. The fisherman stepped forward into the light. Behind him, inside the shack, the three alien women watched in silence. Their hearts raced. They had seen this before. This was how it always began. The voice came again, louder this time. "Human, identify yourself." The fisherman raised his head. "I am a resident of this dock," he said. His voice was calm. "This is my home." The beam shifted slightly, scanning his body. It paused at his missing arm. "Record shows no registered settlement," the voice replied. "You are outside protected space." The fisherman did not argue. "I have lived here for years," he said. "No one objected before." A pause followed. Then another voice joined the first, colder, sharper. "We are not here for you." The fisherman's eyes narrowed. Then leave, he said. Inside the ship, the officers exchanged data. Their scanners picked up the signal they wanted. It pulsed from the shack. You are harboring rejected individuals, the cold voice said. Step aside. The fisherman shook his head slowly. They are under my roof, he replied. They are my responsibility. The silence that followed felt heavy, dangerous. Human, the voice said. You are interfering with galactic law. The fisherman smiled faintly. So did I once, he said. Inside the shack, the alien women gasped quietly. They could feel the attention shift toward the fisherman. Toward his past. The patrol ship lowered itself slightly. Its engines hummed like a warning. Records updated, the voice said. Former military, disabled, discharged. The fisherman's jaw tightened. Yes, he said. That is correct. You have no authority here, the voice continued. No weapons. No allies. The fisherman looked at the dock beneath his feet. You do not need an army to defend your home, he said. You only need to refuse. The beam flickered. Inside the shack, the third alien woman whispered. They will test him. The ship released a small drone. It floated down, smooth and silent, and stopped just meters from the fisherman's face. Its eye glowed red. Final warning, the voice said. Step aside. The fisherman did not move. Instead, he reached into his coat with his one hand. The alien women froze. The drone locked on. The fisherman pulled out a small metal device and dropped it onto the dock. Glock. Doc shook his hidden. Charges exploded beneath the water. Not strong enough to destroy, but enough to confuse sensors. Waves crashed upward, spraying the drone. The patrol ship's lights flickered. Interference detected. The voice snapped. The fisherman stepped back into the shadows of the dock. This dock is old, he said calmly, but it remembers war. Inside the shack, the alien women stared in disbelief. The fisherman moved fast now, his body reacting on instinct. He pulled cables, flipped switches, and activated old traps built from scrap and memory. The patrol ship fired a warning blast into the ocean. Water exploded upward. Humans, stand down. The voice shouted. The fisherman did not answer. Instead, he spoke softly into a small communicator. You want them, he said. You will have to come down here. Another pause. Then the ship's lower bay opened. Armed figures prepared to descend. The alien women felt fear rise like fire. We cannot let them do this, one whispered. The fisherman heard her. He turned his head slightly. Stay inside, he said, no matter what happens. The first armed figure dropped onto the dock. Then another. Their armor shone under the ship's lights. They looked at the fisherman. One of them laughed. This is what protects them. The figure mocked. A broken human? The fisherman looked up at the towering soldier. Yes, he said simply. Behind the soldier, the ocean roared. The fog rolled back in, and the dock became a battlefield. The first armored soldier stepped forward, heavy boots hitting the old wooden dock. The wood creaked but did not break. It had carried weight before. It remembered struggle. The fisherman stood still. The soldier raised a weapon and pointed it at the fisherman's chest. You are obstructing galactic law, the soldier said. Move aside. The fisherman looked at the weapon, then back at the soldier's dark visor. No, he replied. The word was simple, quiet. Final. Behind the soldier, two more figures landed on the dock. Their armor was clean, perfect, untouched by loss. They looked around with clear disgust. This place is worthless, one of them said. Why protect it? The fisherman answered without anger. Because it is mine. The soldiers laughed. Inside the shack, the three alien women held their breath. Their bodies shook, but they did not run. They had been hunted all their lives. This time, someone stood between them and the galaxy. The lead soldier activated a scanner. Light moved over the fisherman's body. Physical damage confirmed, the soldier said. One arm missing, low threat. The fisherman did not react. You lost, the soldier continued. Your species loses often. The fisherman's eyes hardened. Humans lose, he said. Then we stand again. The soldier stepped closer. You cannot win, he said. The fisherman leaned slightly on his metal rod. I do not need to win, he replied. I only need time. The soldier hesitated. The hesitation was enough. A sharp sound echoed from below the dock. One of the hidden cables snapped tight, pulling the soldier's leg out from under him. He fell hard onto the wood. The dock exploded. Into movement. The fisherman pulled another switch. A net of old wire dropped from above, wrapping around the second soldier. Sparks flew as the armor reacted. The third soldier fired. The blast tore into the dock behind the fisherman, sending wood into the air. The fisherman was thrown forward, hitting the ground hard. Pain surged through him. He groaned but pushed himself up with one hand. Inside the shack, the alien women screamed, "No!" One cried. The fisherman stood again. The soldiers stared at him in shock. Why do you keep rising? One demanded. The fisherman wiped blood from his mouth. Because humans protect, he said. Even when it hurts. Above them, the patrol ship's engines roared louder. More soldiers prepared to drop. The lead soldier activated his communicator. Human resistance is higher than expected, he said. A new voice answered, calm, cold. End it. The fisherman heard it. He looked toward the shack. The door opened. 3 alien women stepped out. Stop! The first one shouted. The soldiers turned, surprised. The alien women stood beside the fisherman. We choose him, the third alien woman said. The lead soldier laughed. You were rejected, he said. Your choice does not matter. The fisherman stepped forward. It does to me, he said. He reached out and placed his one hand on the dock between them and the soldiers. This is where it ends, he said. The ground shook as another charge exploded beneath the water. The dock lurched violently. One soldier lost balance and fell into the ocean. The fisherman collapsed to one knee. The alien women rushed to him. Why do this? One whispered desperately. You will be destroyed. The fisherman looked up at them. Because no one stood for me, he said. I will stand for you. The patrol ship's lights flickered again. Sensors failed. Communications cracked. The officers above realized too. Late. This human was not alone. He was not fighting for power. He was fighting for family, and that made him dangerous. Asterisk. The dock was broken and burning in places. Smoke rose into the cold air, mixing with the fog. The ocean below was restless, crashing hard against the wooden posts as if the sea itself was angry. The fisherman knelt on one knee, breathing heavily. His body ached and his vision blurred, but his mind was clear. The 3 alien women stood around him. Above them, the patrol ship hovered lower than before. Its lights dimmed, then shifted to a deep red. A new signal pulsed through the air, stronger than the last. A voice echoed again, but this time it was different. Human, it said. This situation has escalated. The fisherman looked up. So it has, he replied. A holographic image appeared in the air above the dock. It showed a tall alien figure wearing symbols of authority. This was no soldier. This was command. You have interfered with lawful retrieval, the commander said. Explain your actions. The fisherman pushed himself to his feet. They came to me, he said. They were hurt. They were hunted. I gave them shelter. The commander studied him. You risk your life for rejected beings, the commander said. Why? The fisherman did not answer right away. He looked at the alien women. They looked back at him. I know what it means to be discarded, he said finally. I know what it feels like to be called useless. The commander's eyes narrowed. Emotional reasoning, the commander said. Not logical. The fisherman nodded. Humans are not logical, he said. We are loyal. The alien women stepped forward. We choose him, the first one said again, her voice stronger now. We will not leave. The commander turned toward them. You understand the cost? The commander asked. If you remain, you will be beyond galactic protection. The third alien woman nodded. We already were, she said. Silence followed. Data flowed across the commander's display. Laws, codes, risk, calculations. Then, the commander spoke. There is another option, the commander said. Step away. Human, the rejected will be taken. You will be spared. The fisherman laughed quietly. Spared? He asked. I have been spared my whole life. He took one step forward. This dock is my home, he said. They are under my care. The commander's voice hardened. Final decision, the commander said. Humanity or compliance? The fisherman did not hesitate. Humanity, he said. The commander raised a hand. The patrol ships. Weapons powered up. The alien women cried out. The fisherman spread his stance, ready for the end. Then something unexpected happened. A second signal appeared on the commander's display. Then a third. Human signals. Far beyond the fog. Engines roared. Old ships, civilian ships, mining ships. Human ships. The fisherman's communicator crackled. Dock resident. A voice said, You are not alone. The fisherman's eyes widened. The commander turned sharply. Explain this, the commander demanded. The fisherman smiled for the first time in years. Humans talk, he said. Even when forgotten. More ships emerged from the clouds. They formed a loose line around the dock, not threatening, but present. A human captain's voice came through. We heard there was a human standing alone, the voice said. We do not leave our own. The commander hesitated. Conflict calculations shifted. This sector is not under human control, the commander warned. The human captain replied calmly, Neither is compassion. The alien women stared in disbelief. The galaxy watched. Finally, the commander lowered his hand. This incident will be reported, the commander said. The rejected are released for now. The hologram vanished. The patrol ship rose slowly, then turned away. The dock fell silent. The alien women collapsed in relief. The fishermen exhaled deeply. Above them, human ships stayed for a moment longer. Then, one by one, they left. The fisherman looked at the alien women. You are free, he said. They shook their heads. We choose to stay. The first one said. The fisherman closed his eyes. The choice had been made, and the galaxy had seen it. The ocean was calm again. Morning light touched the broken dock, turning cracked wood and bent metal into gold. Smoke was gone. The patrol ship was gone. The sky was clear. For the first time in many years, the fisherman woke without fear. He stood at the end of the dock and looked at the water. Waves moved slowly, steady and patient. Life continued, just as it always had. Behind him, the shack door opened. The three alien women stepped outside. They no longer looked like fugitives. They stood taller now, their eyes clearer, their fear quieter. The galaxy had tried to erase them, but it had failed. The fisherman turned. The dock will need repairs, he said simply. The first alien woman smiled. We can help, she replied. And they did. Days passed. The dock changed. Broken boards were replaced. Old metal was reshaped. The alien women worked with care, using skills they were never allowed to use before. One understood structure. One understood energy. One understood healing. The fisherman watched them work, his one hand steady, his movements sure. He was no longer alone. Word spread, not through news channels or councils, but through quiet human voices, stories told in ship mess halls, whispers shared between traders. A one-armed human. A broken dock. 3 alien women who were chosen. Ships began to pass closer. Some slowed. Some stopped. Humans came first. They brought tools, food, spare parts. No questions asked. Later others came too. Aliens who had been watching. Aliens who were curious. Aliens who had been afraid. They did not come with weapons. They came with respect. One evening, as the sun dipped low, a small ship landed near the dock. It was not military. It carried no markings. An alien stepped out. I was marked once. The alien said quietly, "But I heard there was a place where the broken are not thrown away." The fisherman nodded. "There is," he said. The dock became something new. Not a base, not a city, a refuge. The alien women found purpose again. One repaired ships. One treated injuries. One taught children who arrived with tired eyes and empty hands. The fisherman returned to fishing. But now others waited for him at the end of the dock. Laughter replaced silence. One night, the fisherman sat alone, staring at the stars. The first alien woman joined him. "The galaxy is watching," she said. "They fear what this place means." The fisherman smiled softly. "They should," he replied. "What will they call it?" She asked. He thought for a moment. "Home," he said. "Far away. In high chambers and cold halls, leaders argued. Records were rewritten. Human files were re-examined. A single note appeared in a classified report. Do not underestimate humans. They protect what they choose." The fisherman never saw that report. He did not need to. He watched the sun rise each day over the ocean. He watched ships come and go. He watched the alien women build lives that were once denied to them. He had lost an arm, but he had gained a family. The galaxy learned a lesson that day. Strength is not found in perfection. Power is not found in numbers. Humanity's greatest force is its heart. And once chosen, it never lets go.